Russia could produce up to 10 million drones a year. That's the explosive warning from European Defence Commissioner Andrius Kubilius, who says Moscow is outperforming Europe in key defence sectors and has emerged as the biggest long-term threat to Europe and NATO. Kubilius warned that Russia's military-industrial surge is forcing Europe to rethink its entire defence strategy before the gap widens even further.
But alone and divided, we are in danger. The biggest adversary, the biggest threat on the continent of Europe is now aggressive Russia. We can only deter Russian aggression together. Russia is spending 50% of its national budget on its war machine. Russia is outproducing Europe in many areas, and even the United States and NATO, and will be capable of launching 10.
Kubilius warned that Russia's military-industrial base is expanding at an alarming pace. He claimed Moscow is spending around half of its national budget on its war effort and is producing weapons faster than Europe, and in some areas, even faster than the combined output of NATO allies. His message was blunt. Europe is falling behind in the race to rearm.
Russia is spending 50% of its national budget on its war machine. Russia is outproducing Europe in many areas, and even the United States and NATO, and will be capable of launching 10 million drones per year.
The European Commissioner also argued that President Vladimir Putin is becoming more dangerous, not weaker. He said Ukrainian strikes are raising the cost of Russia's invasion, but claimed that has only driven the Kremlin to intensify drone swarms and ballistic missile attacks on Kyiv. According to Kubilius, the longer the war continues, the greater the risk of further escalation.
For the first time since the fall of communism, long queues in Moscow, queues before petrol stations. Occupied Crimea is collapsing. But the more Ukraine is prevailing, the more desperate Putin gets, and deadly. Every day there are drone attacks and ballistic missile attacks on Kyiv. We now need to double down on our support for brave Ukraine.
Warning that the old security model is no longer enough, Kubilius called for NATO 3.0. He said the United States is increasingly shifting its strategic focus toward the Indo-Pacific, meaning Europe must take primary responsibility for defending the continent against Russia. He described the alliance as entering a new era, one built on higher defense spending, faster weapons production, stronger European military capabilities, and a more powerful European pillar within NATO.
The NATO summit in Ankara made clear Russia is the biggest long-term threat for Europe and for NATO. To deter Russia, we need a stronger Europe for a stronger NATO. We need NATO 3.0. Americans are asking Europe to take primary responsibility for its own conventional defense, because the United States of America needs to shift to the Indo-Pacific.
Kubilius said Russia's military buildup is forcing Europe into what he called a defense Big Bang. His prescription: dramatically expand drone production, accelerate arms manufacturing, integrate Ukraine's battlefield innovations, and prepare for a long-term confrontation with Moscow. His warning leaves little room for complacency. If Russia continues to outpace Europe militarily, the balance of power on the continent could shift in ways NATO can no longer ignore.